Well, hi everyone. Or me, really, right at the moment. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello to you. This is exclusive content. No one's seeing this live. Or if you're watching the Twitch VODs, I suppose. No one's seeing this live but me. Oh, shit. Hi, Beekeeper. Yeah, we sent off a letter to our person at a representative at Cox, and she got them to fix what was going wrong in the afternoon. It's still going to be bad in the evening and nighttime, at least until the node split. But for now, we're getting better signal in the afternoon again. See, during the big snowstorm, we got great connectivity 24 hours a day. It was wild, and that's because all the businesses that are on the node were shut down. So there was effectively no business traffic, no big backups going on every single night. And so that's why we get bad connectivity during the afternoon. But after the snow, or during the snowstorm, one of those businesses complained that they were getting bad connectivity. So the technicians went out to fix what was wrong there, and that fucked up our connectivity, which seems to happen literally every time there's an unannounced maintenance. They break something that affects us specifically. It's very frustrating. I'm very proud of the stream title on the toot, though. I just want y'all to know that. Anyway, we're gonna play us some Resi, as they call it over in England. I've heard them call it that. They overloaded the node, nobody does capacity management properly, and nobody wants to invest in capacity, very much so. And so now they have to split it, and this should have happened 5+ years ago. But that's scheduled for the middle of March. So hopefully most of our problems will be over then. They've replaced most of the equipment on the node already. They had to, because it was all broken. Oh, there's my phone going off and I had it too close to the mic again. Sorry. I do that. I think I do that more than anyone else. But yeah, it's getting split at least in half. Hopefully more. All right. This all begins to sound horribly like your day gig. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Are you engineer or some sort of technical support? Oh shit, I forgot again to turn on the FOV trainer. There we go. There we go. All right. Major Incident Manager. That sounds like what our representative does. Certainly, after we made a complaint to the FCC, she's who we got sent to. And that's what it took, was complaining to a government agency before anyone would listen to us. IT equivalent of a fire captain. Gotcha. Alright, so we found the typewriter and we found the next piece of child. I can't hear shit. Oh, it's just breathing. That's why I can't hear shit. Turned off the radio. Alright, so obviously this is the doll that we saw in that first cutscene, the living one. Like, very blatantly. So she's gonna, like, grab us and bite our wrist. Working at Walgreens now and spent a day on a bridge call just recently when the card readers started going down nationwide. Ooh, ouch. Oh, that's pretty bad. Can I just shoot? Look, it's not making me not shoot her. I'm gonna try it. Aw, lame. That sucks, because you know we're gonna have to shoot her later.
I've been waiting for so long. I'd make a much better daughter than Rose. Please, won't you stay with me forever?
What? What?
Wait,
what is this? Wait a sec. Ethan. Ethan. Buddy. Okay. You didn't notice your gun being taken out of your hand while it was dark. The lights come on and you look down and you're like, what? Where's my gun? Oh my god, this guy is the worst. This is the worst protagonist. Okay, so I'm not afraid of dolls. I think she's cute. This is going to be a scene of running away from dolls and child things, which I know a lot of people have difficulty with. Hi, Bad Road. His hands have been through a lot. He's probably got some nerve damage. Yeah, the body on the table's new. Just the fact that he said, "Where's my gun?" was to tell us that it's still in the present, I believe. Okay. Why are we doing this? Why is this a thing? Ethan is doing this for no reason. He has literally no reason to do this thing he's doing. That's true. Ethan doesn't really have motivations, does he?
Whoa, that's a kid. Can you believe it? She's so energetic. It's crazy.
Ha! It's his wife. That's one of the biggest problems with Resident Evil 7 is Ethan has motivation in Resident Evil 7 for the major things, but not for the minor things he does. He'll just act nonsensically, and it's been the same in this game. Like, I go up and examine the body, and the first thing he does is start feeling around on the arm, and he ends up touching the obviously removable shoulder plate, which he has to run his fingers down the arm to figure that out. I have no idea why it made me interact with that. Oh no, he's a point-and-click adventure character dropped in a first-person survival horror. Oh my god. I doubt the designers thought that far ahead. But remember that the first 4, including Code Veronica, main Resident Evil games, are point-and-click adventures. Well, I can turn on the water, and then I can't turn it off again. What a waste. Looks like the water works here. Okay. It sure does, Ethan. Hey! Hey! Oh, that's good. That's some fucking fan service. That's the boxes from... That's one of the lockpick boxes from Resident Evil 7. Hey, I like that. Microscope, scales. It's not locked from the... Okay. We're gonna be doing some Clock Tower. If y'all have ever played Clock Tower, that's what we're gonna be doing here. It is just revealed that. It's locked from the other side. Is it, though? You haven't actually checked it, is the thing. I don't see anything else in here that I can interact with, so... I guess we're gonna keep moving. Alright, we need a combination of 6 numbers to get out of here. Oh, hey, this is new. Also, it's not just his gun that's gone, it's all of his guns. And inventory. Hopefully we get those back at the end of this section. Alright, we need a crest for that. And it looks like something could fit in this depression. Well, in my experience, depression is the feeling when nothing fits. Hey, yo, I'm a goddamn comedian. Can't play the piano. Can't tickle the ivories for the first time in my life. Nothing to shoot down because I don't have a gun. It does kind of feel like a big empty hole, though. It sure does. I don't have anything to clean in the sink. Ethan doesn't wash his hands. He keeps saying it's locked from the other side whenever I walk by the door, which is a little disconcerting. I guess let's check more of the corpse. And by corpse, I mean mannequin. Can you stop the sin with the towel? You know, that might have been the solution to Final Fantasy X the whole time. Oh, so now he's going to twist the head off. No, he's going to open the mouth. Okay. He doesn't have to wash his hands. He douses them with peroxide constantly. Peroxide is a terrible disinfectant. So, he's got nasty hands. Something in its mouth, but you need some kind of tool to get it out. Can't I just pry it out with the key? So I guess that's what we're doing, is just examining the parts of this mannequin and twisting them. It's a wedding ring. Is it not going to let me pull it off? There we go. I had to try a couple times. He doesn't have a ring finger. Alright, now we have something to wash in the sink. Alright, let's... Ugh, creepy. Ethan is way creepier than the things happening around him. Why did he have to feel along the leg to do this? Might be Ethan's ring if the werewolf coughed it up. Very true. And then he'll be like, this looks like my wedding ring. How did it get here? Alright. I'm just gonna pull apart this whole mannequin. I don't like that it's making me do the interaction here. It's just awkward. Oh, hey, there's that crest. It's got some closed eyes on it, which are probably going to open at some point. Wait, what? Ethan. Shake the crest out. Okay. Well, let's rinse off this ring. We've got a winding key. It looks familiar. The blood-covered ring doesn't look familiar, though. Don't drop it down. Wow, that is a lot of blood. It's making the water coming out of the faucet bleed. Y'all see that? The water was bloody before it ever hit the ring. A cleaned ring. It looks exactly like Mia's wedding ring. Ah. Alright, so there's a picture of Mia, dead. Nothing written on the back. That's actually surprising.
Is this a doll? Mia?
Oh, you're just... Oh, let's examine her boobs. Because Ethan's gotta be creepy. The bandages are too tough. You need something to cut them. Well, I had a knife, but Ethan's gun was taken. So how do I jam that arm into the crest slot on the door? Like, he definitely wants me to look at the crest, but there's no reason to look at the crest. There's a torso point on the mannequin I haven't done? Alright. Hi, Gaston. No, there's just the one. Oh, I can examine the face, though. Move eye. This might be gross for some people. Okay. Can I look at her right eye? No, just the left eye. Looks like a bird, maybe? Can't look at the bullet hole in her forehead either. It's a triangle with a bird in it. That's probably important. Yeah, I need something to cut the bandages because Ethan can't unwrap bandages on his own, apparently. This is a very basic skill. There's got to be something this wind-up key works with. I still haven't figured out the combination there. Nothing in the box. Oh, here we go. This is what we have to reflect from the eye. I think that's the one. Oh, fuck. Which way was it? I know it had its wings spread and it was facing either right or left. This one has all three eyes closed. There we go. Alright, that's a start. Look, I wouldn't want to try to animate unwinding bandages. That's true. Cloth is notoriously difficult to animate. Alright, so the bird is facing to the right. I think that's how I placed it. And then we've got the eyes right, so we just need to figure out where that crest is. Looks like something could fit in the depression. You know, I hope the blood on the ring wasn't Chris's blood. Alright, so we're missing a crest. We're missing something that can be wound up. And we're missing the combination to this door. And we also can't get through this door. Anything on the floor or ceiling of this closet? No. There's the Pied Piper leading the children. I can't even break the glass because I don't have anything to swing and Ethan doesn't punch things. You'd think with how easy it is to heal his hands, he'd be fine with it. I can't interact with this lockpick box, this Resident Evil 7 lockpick box, and that bothers me more than anything. Huh. Any ideas? Any of these interactable? It doesn't seem like it. Can't interact with the clock, which is what I'd expect the wind-up key to be for. There's also some crests, but I can't take any of them. So the only interactables left are the mannequin, What does the typewriter do? That's for saving your game. Need some kind of tool to get it. Yeah, but what kind of tool? Oh my god. And he just closed it. I guess let's try the wind-up key on the mouth. No. There's got to be somewhere to plug this wind-up key in. Oh, there's actually a diagram of how the doll comes apart. That's fun. This is so weird. The inventory thing seems like a glitch, as the game really wants you to have a knife or a pair of scissors or something. I don't think it's a glitch. I was told that it takes your inventory away once you reach this point. I've never heard anyone complain that this part is confusing, so I must be missing something very obvious. There's nothing that I can grip onto. There's no yellow anything. Is there, like, a combination written anywhere? It's a photo of Mia, but why is it here? Maybe I can examine the ring? Oh, it does let me examine things. I just haven't had to this point. There it is. 052911. That's a thing I have not had to do up to this point, but which was a feature in Resident Evil 7. What was... I've already forgotten. 052911. Thank you. Oh, 052911. The controls are reversed from what I expected. Alright, new area. That's a pretty painting. Whoever did the sketch there, or the painting, whatever it actually was, I guess it's probably a pencil or charcoal sketch. This is also pretty. This one's a photo that's been run through some filters or a screenshot of something. I like the melting flowers. That's a good touch. Props to the decorators, both the real and fictional ones. That's a picture of a doll sitting at a table of some kind. Maybe a sewing machine? There's the Pied Piper image again. That looks like one of those death photos that they used to take. Alright. I like that all doors in Resident Evil 7 and 8 open both ways. Like, how do these hinges even work? Follow the Piper, or run away from the Piper, more likely. Alright. Another hiding closet. Oh, I can't wait for the clock tower part to start. More wedding-themed stuff. It's a music box, so... Let me figure this out. Something's not right. Well, obviously, that's why there's a puzzle here. I have to line up the scratches. Huh. It's too bad they're really hard to see because it is yellow. I think I can get it, though. I think that's it. No. This connects to this, which connects to this. This one simply ends. But it connects to this, which connects to the side there. Oh, that's better. Those just looked like they lined up. There we go. Tweezers, dramatic sting. So now we can get the thing out of the mannequin's mouth. Yep. Hey, look, it's right side up now. I think that was supposed to be a jump scare. This game needs to stop trying to be scary because it has not yet succeeded. Film! Dun dun dun! Alright, lights flickered. What's changed in the room?
Oh God, no. I can't delete them. Anything but this.
Alright, that's a start. Has anything changed directly here in the room? Because that's what was happening before, is the lights would flicker and something would change. But it looks like everything's just as I left it. Alright, now where can I develop this film? I mean, it's already ruined, right? It's some plush monkeys. Okay. Are they all the same? They certainly look very similar. I can't immediately see a difference with any of them. Interesting. Still locked from the other side. Alright, let's head on out. Oh, is this still the same? It's still the same. There was a person there. That's cute. How long till I get the full big jump scare? If it gets me, I'll tell you. If it makes me jump, I'll tell you. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize I could block with mouse 4. I can't crouch with mouse 5, though. The chicken dance only works if I have a weapon. Alright. Oh, I thought this was going to lead back to the medicine room, but it did not. This is the study. Alright. Need a different key. Which makes sense, because that's a more modern lock. Oh, here's a letter. Our happy family, Rose's best friend in the whole wide world. She really likes this fairy tale. I bet it's the Pied Piper. The most important thing in the world to us. A wedding gift from Grandma. Proof of Ethan's everlasting love for me. So that'd be the ring. All right, see you later, Beekeeper. Thanks for coming. It's a vinyl player. Pretty old school. I used to have one with a case like this, but it had a modern stylus. Modern arm and stylus, I should say. Alkaloids of mountainous plants. Hero read the book and memorized the contents by heart. Hero learned to make mixed herb. Ooh, can I have a taco? Can't read that. It looks like one of the old Dungeons and Dragons books, though. The decline something in kings. The decline and something of kings. Maybe. You'll have to wrap it real good, though. Okay, so we're gonna have to turn on this projector, obviously. Because that's how this always works. That was... Here we go. Okay, so now there's 5 things of film. Alright, so baby, wedding ring, monkeys, village something, village... Can't read it. And then the music box. Alright. The music box is going to be the proof of everlasting love. No, the ring is the everlasting love. That's the gift. That's the best friend. Alright, what was the order? Rose's best... Okay, so monkeys, fairy tale, Rose, music box, ring. Monkeys, Village of Shadows. Right! That was the fairy tale at the start. Rose, gift, ring. And play movie. Oh no.
keep it from you.
Mia?
I was talking for a little while there.
I didn't want to destroy this family.
Mia, what are you talking about?
I love you both so much. I had to. I had to do it.
I made some jokes like, yes, hello, this is dog. Did y'all hear me talking about the dolls and how they're all A-posing? And it looks like the game is glitchy? I was playing Borderlands 3 with my joyfriend the other night. And I got used to running and then crouching to slide, and Ethan can't do that. Aw. Well, now you know what I think of how those dolls are posed. It's very funny to me. Alright, so now we should be able to cut the bandages off of the mannequin. Seriously? Oh, it does open. It just didn't want to. Probably loading? Okay, good. Is that another attempt at a jump scare? This would need to be tense before a jump scare would work. I like it better when the dolls move. When they're just standing like that, they're hiding something. Hey, we got the brass medallion that goes in the door. Anything change in the room? All right. Oh, that's a medical waste disposal unit. That's for needles. That's an interesting choice. All right, we need a crest that looks like a baby. This game's kind of weird, y'all. I guess since we've made enough progress to open up the floor. This feels more like Resident Evil 7, and as much as I'm making fun of it, I approve of that vibe. Hey, it worked. What a surprise. Alright. So for this one here, we need the baby-shaped crest, and for this one we need a modern key. Even my flashlight's gone. This feels like we're going upstairs. If I look straight ahead, it doesn't anymore, but if I look down, it feels like we're going upstairs. And that's one of the weird things about putting a 3D world on a 2D screen. Oh hey, it's that well from the movie, which means there's a bassinet over here. Yeah, and it's still rocking. I'm doing this in a totally different way than what it showed in the video, though. Okay, now we're ready. Still in a dream, Snake Eater. Hey, it's the breaker key. It's still trying to jump scare me. Bassinet's gone and there's a baby. Oh, no, it's destroyed. There's a baby crying. So that's a good sign. The baby's just crying from, like, all around is the thing. There's nothing directional to it. I feel like it should be guiding me along with an audio cue. Yeah, I've had that mood.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Is the typewriter still here? Alright. This game does do pretty good checkpoints. Even when there's no typewriter, it has an autosave. Alright, that's blocked now, so we gotta go the long way around. Yeah, this is good. I like this. It's probably way more effective on people who scare easier. Ooh, blood. I like that. So that's our monster, huh? Alright, cool. Y'all ever played Clock Tower? There's a lot of running away from Scissor Man and hiding in closets. Watching you play gives it an extra insulating layer of abstraction. Well, I'm glad I can help. Hi. I see you. Peekaboo. Oh, I thought I'd fucked up his pathing for a sec. Watch your step. The kid would absolutely terrify you if you were playing, but watching you is kind of funny. That's me in horror games. Shit, we don't have the baby-shaped crest. So we finally got a proper chaser monster. We finally got like a proper tyrant. This is doing a much better job at being spooky than Demetresk was. Hey, there's the baby-shaped crest. You can't get it working without a fuse. Can I just put the ring in like in previous Resident Evil games? No. Which is nonsensical, mind. Alright, now we need to get back to the baby-shaped crest. Door. The baby-shaped crest door. It is hard as fuck to see. I'm glad the rooms have a sensible layout. I thought these dolls would have changed poses or something by now. Still not getting a lot of directional input with the sound. The baby reminds me a lot of the centaurs from Fallout 3, which again would terrify me when I was playing the game. Well, I guess they succeeded in doing a spooky atmosphere that's not working so much for me, is what this all comes down to. Look, it also removed my money. It's like I got mugged and don't remember. Alrighty. Some moldy fruit. Not strong enough to lift that up. Not enough space to climb under. And Ethan neglects to mark it properly on the map. I guess it sort of shows up there, but not well. Yeah, I'd heard that this is the section that actually is, like, supposed to be one of the scariest things ever in a horror game. So, I'm glad that they found a good way to scare people in a game that's otherwise mostly comedy. That was blue, right? Yeah, that was blue. There's more melting flowers. Oh, that's a nice dress. The same moldy fruit. The reuse of assets from one room to another in both this and RE7 is kind of abysmal. All right, we can hide under the bed. That's a good thing to know. We can take the fuse out of this breaker box. Wait, I thought I didn't have my flashlight anymore. Baby's gonna be here. Yeah, I jumped a little from that sound. I can admit it. Alright, so I've got to go all the way around. Who designed this? Like, I was saying that the rooms have a sensible layout, but this part doesn't. Like, what is all this? What's in here? Why do I have to go all the way around through a secret door? Or go all the way around the entire width of the house to get to the room I need to be in? Oh, hi. So this is very definitely scripted, the encounters. So it's a little less spooky than Clock Tower. I can't turn around, that's annoying. So how are y'all doing? Should have hid in the closet, then I'd be able to see. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's dash the other way. This is probably a mistake, right? Why is it still not letting me turn around? What the fuck? Take the turn you're given. Speaking of turns, oh, it knocks that shelf over, so I actually have to go the long way around. Alright, we're probably safe once we're in the save room. You're okay, Risby. Risby's disturbed by something. Let me take a look. I don't see nothing, baby. I don't see nothing going on out there. Oh, it sounds like Christy's home. Yeah, Christy's home. Alright, one sec. I'll be right back. That's good. How's Ethan? Still missing half a hand, running away from a mutant baby. Mutant baby. The usual. Oh. This is the part that people apparently find to be one of the scary. Oh, I forgot to mute. Okay. This is apparently the part that a lot of people find to be the scariest thing, and I'm just kind of laughing at it.
Yeah. I mean, you're completely powerless as opposed to, you know,
having an arsenal.
Having an entire arsenal up your ass.
Mm-hmm. The baby's really easy to dodge, though. It might just be because I played a lot of Clock Tower, though.
Yeah.
All the chase sequences are scripted, too, so it's kind of predictable, because I already know where the baby's going to show up, because, of course, that's where they would script it for.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get back to it. It might be scarier if you hadn't seen it once already. That also might be true. In my case, no, this is my first time seeing this, except for screenshots. Alright, we need to head forward past the storage room, take a left, and then head over to the fuse box. Right over here. I'm actually surprised they didn't have the baby jump scare me there. Oh, there it is. Wait, what? Okay. They've removed the door. Just juke him around the table, I guess. Okay. Apparently that fuse box, which clearly lit the area, is not what lights the area. Was there a hiding place in here? I guess not. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I was still on the BRB screen. You didn't miss much. There was a door that was missing. And then I ran in a circle? Oh wait, that's the wrong way. Yeah, it's very dark. I kind of want to turn up the lighting. Just so that you can see some detail. Because this is a little ridiculous. Brightness. Okay, whites are fine. I'm going to turn up the blacks slightly, but not too much or it'll look washed out. And finally, the grays. We might actually get more detail if I turn the gray contrast down a bit. That looks pretty good. Like, this side looks more detailed the lower you put it, while this side looks less detailed. Let's just leave it right there. That's fine. Oh, that is actually a little better. Hi, Christy. Again. Is the baby leaving? See, we have to go out through the save room. Yeah, this is slightly more detailed. This looks a little better. Oh, nice. The blood trail looks really cool under the red light. Internet's working great. Okay, hi. Really? It's blocking the way? Why didn't it chase me? It didn't even see me. I feel powerful. But sent an email off and it got fixed. So probably gonna have good internet connectivity up till like 9 or 10 like we have been. Seriously, what the fuck is this? Did the game glitch? Did the game bug out? The baby is not chasing me and is directly in the way to the elevator. There is no other way to reach the elevator. It's all blocked off. What is going on? Okay, it's moving now. How do I get past it? Storage room's locked. Do I just have to juke it around the medicine room? Thank you, Bad Road. There's not another good hiding spot other than the closet in the medicine room. So that's a problem. Maybe I have to lead it to the kitchen. And then juke it around the table. Christy had the same idea at the same time I did. Yeah, there's no way to juke it in the medicine room because it knocked the table over. Come on. Follow, please. Please tell me it doesn't get stuck at locked door. Okay. I was worried it was gonna get stuck at the closed door. This feels like this isn't how you're supposed to do this. This feels like I'm breaking the game. I've got to bring it all the way back to the bedroom and then get out. Basically means go under the bed and wait for it to go to the other side of the room and do this whole bit again. This feels broken. I don't know what's up with this. This does not feel like a well-designed section. They want one very specific answer to this that doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, Ethan cannot turn around while under the bed, unlike Batman. Ethan is not Batman, confirmed. Oh, I like how its cry interrupted itself. Alright. Now we just run all the way back. Got this memorized now. Got it memorized. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts flashbacks. Seriously, that blood looks seriously good. Umbilical cord or no? Alright. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to find another button to open the inside door. Am I supposed to be going up or down? I guess we're in B1, so we want to try going up. But if there's a B1, that does imply that there's a B2. Is that what the line in the middle is supposed to imply? Yeah, that looks like it's an umbilical cord. It might be a little clearer on my screen. Twitch has its own problem with dark colors. Oh no, I'm so scared. I'm so scared, oh no. That was so spooky. Just wasn't thinking too hard about it. Gotcha. Ethan was scared. So at least someone was. Hey, it's another ref posing doll. This one has red eyes. That's pretty scary. Alright, we can hear... Forgot her name. But the doll maker, we can hear her laughing through there. Does this one have red eyes too? Yep. Oh, wow, they have red eyes now. That's real scary. Also, there's a weird filter effect on the screen that makes me feel like Ethan might have deadly neurotoxin. Y'all noticing that? Looks a little wobbly and greenish. My favorite, deadly neurotoxin. I'm glad the scripted event was able to scare the characters that the developers created. Might be more along the lines of fear toxin. Ah, like the Scarecrow. We already determined, though, that Ethan isn't Batman, remember? That was just a few minutes ago.
Don't leave. I can't let you.
You're still alive, huh? Murder you! TikTok! Your life song alive.
Wait!
That was amazing.
Try and find me.
All I have to do is... Okay, now they're going to start giving me directional input as with the audio, I think. Stopping to listen. Oh my god, the game looks broken. That's amazing. They're trying to do spooky effects and it legitimately makes it look like the game is glitching out. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love this so much. So am I dead now because I didn't find her in time, or? Get the hands, there is one weakness. Everyone always goes for his hands. That's weird, right? Huh, this isn't on the map. And no wonder I can't go in. Figured. It's worth a shot, though. I guess we go upstairs now. Maybe they go after lots of body parts, but we only notice his hands because that's what we can see. That's possible, except that usually when he does get injured somewhere else, he looks down at it. Which is supposed to, like, attack empathy receptors or whatever. Because if you see an injury, if you look directly at an injury, it hurts worse. And there's a specific type of empathy to feel another person's pain and yada yada. It's not really working for me. I've got a very specific knowledge is the thing. That all the things that... Oh, there goes the thumb. Oh, no, not quite.
Rose wasn't
Fucking monster.
I have this innate knowledge that what I'm seeing on a screen isn't real. And that's always there in my mind as an effect of battling with psychosis for my entire life. So I think my schizophrenia is actually saving me from being terrified by fictional things. They want it to be like PT or some kind of escape room game, but it, like, sort of doesn't. I mean, I've watched PT. It doesn't really either. That game got popular specifically off its mystery. I love this so much. Specifically off the fact that no one knew what it was. And Kojima still had goodwill at the time, so when people saw directed by Hideo Kojima at the end, they got all excited. Okay, now the laughs are coming from all directions. Hi, again. So that's death, right? No, just almost death. Was I supposed to find her faster? Because it's not giving me good clues as to where to look. Or is this scripted entirely? I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly. Because the clues that it was giving me with the audio at first are not there anymore. Alright, now there's blood going this way. So I'm just running in circles and PTing it, huh? Yeah, another blood stain going to this door now. Again. Really? How was I supposed to solve that? They stopped giving me any clues partway through. They want you to find her. She looks different enough from the other dolls around and has an interactable icon. It's just a shitty scavenger hunt. That is wild. Well, now I know where she is the first time, which is in a place that you're not really properly directed to go. Skip the scene. Alright, I'm gonna try and find you. You know, that first part I can see being scary. This is just kind of bad. You remember the escape room bit in RE7? That was way better than this. Alright. Oh, I can't even skip this one.
Fucking monster.
Yeah, stab her with the scissors. That'll work. See, at the very beginning, it's giving you some audio input. And then it just stops after you find her once. As much as I disliked him, Lucas was a much more compelling antagonist, yes. I actually really liked the second campaign of RE7 with Chris. Because Lucas was such a good villain and it was so satisfying to kill the shit out of him. Alright, I'm getting stereo input. The laugh is in this direction. There she is. She's literally hidden. Why would you do that?
You do this to Rose too.
Okay, so you only get the input now when you're close to her. Alright, follow the blood. Probably not back upstairs. Starting to hear the giggling. No longer hearing the giggling. Means I'm probably going the wrong way. The giggling is coming from where she was, rather than where she is. That's asinine. Maybe I should just look up where she is now. Okay, I can't skip it either. This game does suffer somewhat from a largely parasocial relationship with the antagonist, with most of your struggle being against a rotating cast of sub-bosses. As I believe Demon Dog, might have been Demon Goat actually, I remember it was one of the demons, said, this is like a horror-themed roommate comedy. I'm just gonna look up where she is, because I don't want to do this over and over again. Donna... Third time. Third Time's the Charm, song by Donna Hayward. Wow, that's not what I'm looking for. Donna, Third Time, RE8. Once the player has stabbed Angie 3 times, okay, I get that, but I want to know where she is the third time. Alright. After the second time, she'll move into the foyer, down the hall in front of the blocked door to the right of the front door. There's a door to the right of the front door? Hi, Slocks! Well, let's head into the foyer. This must be... oh, this must be the door to the right that it's talking about. The blocked door to the right of the front door. Okay. Good. That was a shit section. Oh good, she's got one of those bugs in her from Resident Evil 4.
Stupid idiot! What are you doing to my...
Chris Jericho? That's it?
It's over.
Really?
Mia, I'll make things right.
That's it?
What?
Weakest tyrant ever.
I have to get out of this place.
Trying to think about what made 7 feel different from that, because the Bakers were also just sort of puppets in front of the scary child who turns into a house, but the whole thing sort of felt better to deal with. So, the reason Resident Evil 7 worked is because it constantly made you feel like there was a personal connection there. They were specifically looking for you, even if they acted a little unhinged and silly. It's the same reason Texas Chainsaw Massacre works as a horror movie. It always makes sure to make you feel up close and personal with who the antagonist is. While this, even against the henches, it says it feels parasocial, like you said. They're just sort of an obstacle in your way rather than characters. They're not constantly on you. Even when, like, Demetresque was chasing, she didn't really chase. She just sort of paced between 2 rooms. She didn't shout out things like, "I'm gonna get you, Ethan!" So it never has felt like there is any kind of connection here between Ethan and the people he's fighting. Combine it with the 4-winged key. Wait, I had the 4-winged key? I had my guns the whole time? You're not even gonna make me take my... That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Why? Why have you done this? I'm so mad.
That makes 2.
Collect Rose 2 of 4. I guess Ethan was just hallucinating that his guns were gone. Apparently. Hey, look. The whole Angie. Just the entire Angie. We got her. And there's no more red rooms. Excellent. So let's bring this back to a character I do feel a deep personal connection with, the Duke. I like the Duke. I might like him as much as the Merchant. Da-da-da-da, that's right. Oh yeah, I forgot we came here in an elevator the first time. Stab the wall. Hooray for Infinite Knife. Any character only has to go through a game with limited knives once in Resident Evil. After that, they get an unbreakable knife every time. I'm not sure I like the Duke, but it feels like he's trying to be friendly, so at least want to be polite. I like him. He's obviously up to things, but he's helping. In his way, he is helping. Oh, right. What am I supposed to do with this now? Am I supposed to use Angie on it? Or Donna? Wait, she's not... It said I got her. She's not here, though. Why is she not in my treasure list? Oh, okay, she is in the treasure list. Donna's creepy-ass doll. It doesn't move anymore. Very valuable. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do with this? It wants me to use something on it. It's not making it clear what that is, though. I guess the other portion of this... We need to find something that says... We need to find a piece of stone that says Dawn on it. And we do not have a piece of stone that says Dawn. Huh. I guess we'll find that later. There were no, red rooms. Which means it's not up there. Sec. Let me look around this little graveyard a little bit and see if I can spot it. You're okay, Risby. I know. Speepy puppy, huh? Keep wanting to slide, and it doesn't work. Ethan is no vault hunter. By the way, if you've been interested in Borderlands 3, but haven't wanted to pay a bunch of money for it, it is in the current Humble Choice. They actually are doing headliners again. And the season passes actually just went on sale today. Oh, come on. Oh, whoops. Get off. Oh, found another one. I've got a shotgun. Okay, I need this. And I need more of this. Why does it specifically take rusty scrap to make ammo? Like, that's weird, right? Oh, come on, rude. There. I kept meaning to do that, because there was an achievement for it, called Push Comes to Shove. You're okay, Risby. Got him. I think I was supposed to run from that. They've given me too much ammo to incentivize me running away from encounters. Ooh, new shotgun. Sweet. The W870 TAC. A powerful, wide-spraying, pump-action combat shotgun. Shortcut to 3. And we'll try it out. So it looks like this is the short range shot. Oh, I see what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to take cover in here. Again, it doesn't really incentivize me to play cautiously on this difficulty. I am definitely going to play back through this game on hard, because I am enjoying the hell out of it. Sun and Moon Ball. Didn't we need a ball for something? I don't fucking remember what we needed a ball for, though. Oh, cool. There's a last time on Resident Evil 8. It didn't point it out to me, so I didn't know. The original creator of Mastodon's Diary, apparently. Who is Eugen? I guess that's who I'm finding the journals of. I didn't realize that. Here's some tips, too. Is it for another labyrinth puzzle? It might... That's right. That's what we used a ball for. I've only seen the one of those puzzles, though. I'm surprised I don't see a goat. Y'all hear any rocking goats? You're okay, Gaston. You did good, I think. I didn't hear you bark at anything. He has a hard time and stresses himself out if he starts barking at stuff outside. And then he gets hurt. Just hurts himself. It is. It is like a rocking horse, but a goat. Also smaller. They're the shoot this to collect it collectible. Alright, we got a cherub. What else do we got over here that we can get? There's another treasure at Castle Demetras. So I guess we can... This is probably the way to continue. There's a well we haven't been to, so... But the goats make a specific sound when they're nearby. Alright, what's my Kinder Surprise? Oh, we found Madalena's head. Didn't we have the body already? Yeah. Hooray! We have an entire Madalena now. A complete antique doll of a young witch based on a local legend. Let's take a good look at her. Very gray. Oh, this house still has thing in it. Oh. No. Oh, I have to keep it on the road the whole time. Oh, that's pretty wild. This does not feel like rolling a real ball, even remotely. It almost feels like it's on Velcro, if that makes sense. But very heavy, so it's only sort of sticking to it and tearing off. This house has things in it, yes. Like that Adult Swim thing. God, it's been so long since I've seen that. Explosive rounds. Luthier's key. Hey! We needed that key. We needed Luthier's key to open that house in the south. I'm like 90% sure. November 10. Mistress Donna is now Mother Miranda's adopted daughter. In all my years, I've never been this overjoyed. Ever since childhood, she's always feared others due to the scar across her face. After her parents' deaths, she locked herself away and would only talk to Angie, the doll her father made her. I'm forever thankful to Mother Miranda's infinite compassion. Mistress Donna seems happy. It might be my imagination, but I feel like her doll Angie is even more lively than before. She came to me in the garden today and used Angie to talk to me. We had a mighty fine conversation. Something about receiving a gift of power from Mother. November 29. Mistress Donna gave me yellow flowers and told me to plant them in the garden. I planted them in front of Miss Claudia's grave. I don't know if it was the scent of the flowers, but I felt lightheaded. And then, like a dream, I saw my departed wife. I mentioned this to Donna, and she seemed thrilled by it. She told me to go to the house tomorrow to see her. She said I could see my family once more. Not sure what she meant by that, but she's so kind. So, Luthier's dead, huh? I've got a shotgun ammo. Photo of a... Hey! Hey, check out this weird bird. Let me find it. Check out this weird bird, y'all. What a weird bird. Okay, so that's overlooking the church graveyard. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to get from this photo. I guess there's probably something where the bird is in the picture. Hey, yo! Check out this weird fucking bird. It might be rare fowl. It might be. I thought this would lead all the way through to here, but it didn't. Something about yellow flowers at Claudia's grave. I can't even go this way anymore. Okay. Right, I'd have to go around. I don't know where Claudia's grave is. We'll have to find that. I don't want it starting a fight with Lulu. I don't want it starting a fight with Chris. Sweet, more demons. I love these guys. Ah, they're invincible again. I wish it would make it clear when... Ooh. That would be very easy to miss. I wish it would make it clearer when you can and can't shoot those guys. I never know when it's supposed to be a cutscene and when they're gonna actually be attacking. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I will ever know. Alright, so the Duke is apparently wherever you find him. He must have a series of tunnels. He gets around very quickly. Oh, come on. I swung at him at least. Oh no, it's Dark Souls. Y'all see that shit? That shouldn't have worked. These are not in a recognizable language. Not one that I recognize, anyway. Oh hey, another cage. Really? More of them? I guess it's a good time to try out the new shotgun, huh? Ooh, that's got a kick. It did specify that it's... Oh, come on, rude. Close range. I guess Ethan was already under the influence of the hallucinogens when we got this far. How many headshots is it gonna take? Because we couldn't pick up any of the treasures on the way down this road. Aha. The flowers planted in front of Claudia's grave. So this must be where the hallucinations started. Okay, that's actually clever world building, even as nonsensical as that whole section was. That's pretty clever. The Duke is everywhere, like God or radiation. Ain't that the dang truth? I like it when the Duke says, "What are you buying?" Ha! Just a little thing an old friend of mine used to say. I think the characters are so loud and boisterous to make up for the fact that Ethan has no personality. But they've taken it a couple steps further than RE7 did, which also...
Does this look familiar?
Oh, he's got a doll.
I've procured some new items for you, Mr. Winters.
Do we have poultry? We sure do. I forget how to actually do this.
Thank you.
Right, the controls feel weird. Let's get cooking. They forgot to give him one, yeah.
Apologies for the wait. Here's your share.
Tasty. Damage taken when guarding has decreased permanently.
I wouldn't mind having that again. Carry on.
Alright, now let's sell large crystal. And Vivianite. I like that the large crystal says it's valuable. This one says it might be worth something.
Do you
Whoops.
have enough firepower?
I guess they both say might be worth, or I guess they both say valuable. Some crystal skulls. 900, yeah, that's about what I expect to pay for Crystal Head vodka. Angie. Still haven't found the other pieces of this. I'm keeping that teddy bear. I like the teddy bear. Miss Madalena. It's very valuable. Onyx skull. And I guess I should...
Ah, Miss Angie. Just adorable. Porcelain dolls are very popular, you know.
Aw, thank you, Bad Road. What can I put quality meat into? There we go. I just want it out of my inventory.
Ah, thank you. I've gotten some new stock.
Oh, I guess I should sell my old shotgun too, since I've already decided I'm using this one for the close range power.
Do take care selecting your weapons.
What do we got under supplies? Explosive rounds. I don't know what explosive rounds are for. So that's a problem. Flashbangs. Oh, they're both for a grenade launcher, but I don't have a grenade launcher yet. I guess I'll probably get one soon. And at that point, I'll worry about getting these recipes. Alright, this is for the 1911, which is the pistol we're using. Whoops. And this is for the W870 TAC. Reduce that recoil.
Droves.
Mines, pipe bombs, alright. Now let's see about improving some guns. Ooh, I can get the power up on my sniper rifle. Y'all know I'm doing that.
Simple modification can be done in just a moment.
My handgun's still stuck at level 2. Again, this is not a game where you shoot rapidly most of the time. So rate of fire seems like kind of a waste. Unless you're going for a lot of body shots.
Delighted to.
Which admittedly is a valid strategy in this game, because they do give you just so much ammo.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Till next we meet.
There we go. That's the good shit. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. There's a civil rights movement happening around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, are still fighting, I should say, for equal rights, to be treated as equal citizens, to not be attacked, hunted by a racist police force that exists to enforce white supremacy rather than protect anybody. We have ways that you can help listed here. We recommend the Bail Fund Network to help protesters stay out of jail, the Okra Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help Black, trans, and non-binary people with food, supplies, and travel out of dangerous situations, and the Black Hills Legal Fund to help the Lakota people take back their land, the 6 grandfathers that was stolen by white people, renamed arbitrarily to Mount Rushmore, and then had some white people's faces carved into the side of it, white slave owners at that. Under the second command or more current campaigns, this is kept up to date by my sister-in-law, Christy, including clemency for home confinement, ACLU's Racism and Policing Correspondence course, and to stop the Earn It Act, which is very, very important right now. This was introduced during the last administration, and it's being claimed that it's to protect the children because that's how you get anything passed in Congress. But what it's really going to do is disallow end-to-end encryption, which I shouldn't need to tell you that's really bad for privacy from prying eyes for literally everybody. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Get up, stretch your legs, do what you need to do. Play some video games of your own. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We have no stance on ad blockers, and I will see you shortly. And I have returned. Didn't forget to switch windows this time. How are y'all holding up? We have to, first of all, the 4-winged unborn key we now have. But we need to search the village more. Water wheel weapon. What? I think it was this house that we needed that key for. And there's a pickable lock there. Here's the graveyard. Let's check the graveyard first, because that's what we're closest to. There's gonna be a weird bird right around this area, if I have the angle right in my head. Oh, come on. See, now we're just back to regular-ass zombies. It tells you to reload. Okay, it didn't work. It tells you to reload when you still have one bullet in the chamber, which isn't great. There's the weird bird. No? Is that an optical illusion? That's even weirder. It was just leaves that were vaguely bird-shaped at that one specific angle. In fact, there's quite a lot of them. That has to be intentional. Alright, let's take another look at the picture of the weird bird. I do think it's very funny that it just straight up says it's a strange bird. Hey, it's looking down on this building here. It's over here then. Because this is the side of the building it's looking at. There it is. I guess we shoot it. Hey, check out this weird bird. Juicy game. Alright. That's a rare ingredient. All ingredients are a form of meat. That's what this game's taught me. Riverbank Treasure House. Let's see if we can get that. Juicy. Oh, right. I can't bring this drawbridge down. I forgot. So that's a no. That's a nope from me. Thank you, Christy. Alright, let's check out some of these houses around the village again. That's what you do. You get new items and tools. And then you come back to the village. And you search around the titular village. Oh, this is open now. And there's the broken slab I needed. Claudia. Oh, that's Claudia's grave, not Donna's grave. They fucked with me. Oh, I like that. Are you shitting me? Oh, that's the wrong door. So yes, you are shitting me. There are 2 red doors. This game still got some Resident Evil cleverness to it. I like it when a game can fuck with me like that. That's the wrong way. But that also means that these flowers weren't the hallucinogenic flowers. Which I guess makes sense. They're not really yellow, are they? Which means that stuff still doesn't quite add up. I guess I shouldn't have expected it to. I'm glad we found that goat, though. I'm usually not good at spotting hidden things like that, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Let's see. Oh, there's apparently a beast here. Well, I guess we're gonna shoot this goat. You know, I was expecting it to charge me. And it still caught me off guard that it charged me. Well, I thought those were sparkles, but that's just some light shining through the boards. Worth a try. More zombies? Oh, you're not a zombie. Ow. Did it... Really? That's what we're doing? Oh, whoops. I missed. I found their aggro radius. Aw, he had a cool sword. Oh, I missed. Damn! Oh, I let go of the block button. Oh, it still counted though. Do you die? Do you bleed? Fighting battle. This is a weird place for a boss fight. I think I pissed him off. I killed all of his ads at least. Oh, I'm supposed to hit him in the back, aren't I? Oh, there's more ads. Rude. Giving me items to craft with too, which is kind of funny. Okay, I thought he'd stay longer. Well, he's staying stunned for shorter periods. I have some pipe bombs. What am I doing? There we go. Are you dead? No? Now are you dead? Now you're dead. I just got an axe. Not even gonna get to use it, am I? That was a weird place to throw in a boss fight. Thank you, Bad Road. And now we have Barangario's Chalice. And there's a skeleton. Very easy boss fight. Would have been easier if I'd remembered I had pipe bombs. But then that's true of most things in life. I actually used up a good amount of ammo there for the first time. I used like 60-something pistol rounds. 3 pipe bombs. All of my shotgun shells. As the size of an explosion increases, the number of problems it cannot resolve approaches 0. That's very good. Oh, there you are. Didn't see ya. Mind passing one of those down here?
Welcome. Ah, thank you.
Still need 1 poultry and 1 fish. Now we have juicy game for the Tokitora de Pui. Fabled to enhance one's vitality. Wanna buy some penis enlargement pills?
Food is life.
Giant crystal axe. It's too big to use. Ethan, first of all, how are you carrying it? Secondly, what gives you the right? An antique chalice that was treasured by Berengario, one of the 4 founders. Alright.
Oh, you've brought in something special.
That's actually important now.
Ah, it's fine. All finished.
There we go. Like, might as well cap out my guns.
Aha! I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
Buy some shotgun shells, maybe.
I see. Anything else?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, I can buy handgun ammo for relatively cheap. Yeah, I'll just buy out all his dang ammo.
Please
I got a bunch of extra money, so why not?
come again.
He's carrying it in the last 2 fingers of his left hand. Oh, gosh. I'm really surprised the fingers haven't found some way to grow back by now. I really thought that they would not keep this up through the whole game. Apparently, I underestimated their commitment to the torture porn mentality. It says there's something else in here. Well, that one broke. I don't see any sparklies. I just see this ritual circle on the floor. Oh no, I can't get out. I am a demon and I am trapped. O great lichens, the fabled monster wolves of old, may they come to eat our flesh and tear us apart, and etc. There's something in here, but I can't find it. The video game is telling me that there is a thing in this house. Aha. Wow. Totally worth the trouble. Yep, that was it. Someone tossed some pennies under the bed. Kind of makes sense. We've only seen the peroxide close his wounds, not generate new flesh. Well, his hand was removed. I guess it did have the stitches on it, though. And he wasn't able to get those fingers back. I want my finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back. I want my finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back, finger back. Alright, so next we can head around to both of these treasures. So this has been pointed out by other people that all these are basically takes on the universal monsters. Werewolf, vampire, Frankenstein by way of Magneto, Sea Fucker, and Scary Doll. Yeah, one of the characters is a fish man. And he's the best. He's the best. That's what I know about him, is that he's the best. If 7 was lifting heavily from Chainsaw Massacre, this is that. Yeah. That works very well. Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's the one. I think this is the house that needed the key that we just got. Luther's key. Also, for real, he uses keys without touching them, which is really off-putting because of how every other animation in the game works. Same with opening drawers. Like, it makes it very personal and physical when he, like, gets bitten or he slaps at something or kicks something away. But when he opens a drawer or twists a key, it's just floating in the ether. I have problems with the way these two Resident Evil are, but if the idea going forward is mostly ditching the established RE lore and just doing monster movie pastiches, I'm behind that. My main problem with Resident Evil 7 and 8 is Ethan. Even the torture porn shit you get used to. I'll never forget her 5th birthday. That's probably important. Shit. Whose 5th birthday? Let's look through our journal. Ever since childhood, she's always feared others due to the scar across her face. Tristana seems happy. November 27th, maybe? But it doesn't say what year. Do I have anything here? I can't find anything that mentions someone's birthday. These ones actually mention a year. It's in the environment. Really? You'd think it'd be in a file I'd found. Again, I'm going off of old Resident Evil logic as I say that. Happy birthday, 270917. Okay. Well, now I just feel insulted. What was that 270917? Hey, check out this weird bird. Steel Rissvelger. Rissvelg? I forget how that is pronounced. High capacity mag for the F2 rifle. Well, this is the F2 rifle. Let's equip the high capacity mag. Sweet. Now it carries 13. I actually like searching around the village, even if there's some leaps of logic to some of the puzzles. Restveil is the wind elemental summoned from Vaguely Default. Vaguely Default? Bravely Default. I want a game called Vaguely Default. Alright, this is blocked off. Can't go this way anymore. I know that there's another iron insignia door in this direction. It's not gonna let me hop down. Not to a useful spot. Still can't get through that door. So I can't access this entire section of the village right now. Except I'm going to be able to as soon as I open the next gate. Okay, that's fine. Well... well... This says that there's in the upper portion of the house, not the basement. There's a pickable lock. So I guess this is our next lock-picking drawer. Immediately disappears into the ether. And it was just some shotgun shells. That's some pretty slick reloading for a guy who's missing 2 fingers. Especially a guy who's only been missing those 2 fingers for like a day. He adapted to that shit quick. And this is the thing that we can't go past. I don't remember how we get around it. We have to go all the way through the fallow plot, don't we? Okay, sure. Let's do that. It's just like any third-person game on Watch and Play. I don't know what that's in reference to, because I was concentrating on the map. Bravely Second could probably just as easily have been called Vaguely Default. Well, that's fun. 6-winged unborn key. We only have the 4-winged unborn key. So we go through the graveyard. Probably more zombies gonna show up here. You know, I like the werewolves better. They were at least interesting looking in their own way. Right, we have to go through this house. No, not this house. Not this house. There's no door. How can we go through if no door? How go through no door? Not understand. No more zombies showing up. I'm impressed by the restraint. They're actually letting me leave it cleared. That is not the well I'm looking for. Louisa's house we probably still can't re-enter. Which means we've just missed out on what's in that room. And I don't see a way down to the workshop from here either. Well, I can climb on top of this thing. Won't let me onto the roof or anything from here. Okay, we can get into the front yard this way at least. But yeah, the whole place is still collapsed. Alright, I guess that's enough town exploring for now. What's really wild, and I know I'm jinxing it, we haven't lost a single frame in 2.5 hours. That hasn't happened in a while. You know, if Cox Internet would more often listen to their customers, they could actually keep a functional service going. It's a bit of a foreign concept to a lot of these companies. Wrong door. I just keep slamming my face into that same door. Probably easier to just be the only option. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Alright, we need one more piece for this key, and we'll be able to open the last door. I think this is the Black Lagoon area. Just a hunch. Alright, there's two places that we haven't been. Yeah, oh, and there's chicken over there. Oh, hi. Okay. You know, I honestly didn't think that I'd be attacked by a Muppet today. You ever had your leg ripped off by a Muppet? Because Ethan has. Huh. I like how it was gnawing on his leg, but then he was able to just run off. The wounds are severe. I won't last much longer. I can hear it shuffling about outside. It barely flinched when I shot it. Really? Because it flinched pretty hard when I shot it. I feel like it's toying with me. That isn't a wolf. The other ones were marionettes. They don't count. Oh, shit. That isn't a wolf. You think that is a Jim Henson creation. Still, I won't lie down like a dog. If I can get to the old watermill, I can stop it. I can protect you. It's too close. Damn, I'm so cold. My legs won't work. I'm so sorry, Louisa. Please forgive me. My ammo is made of rusty scrap. Yep. It has to be rusty scrap. You can't use regular scrap for it. So I guess we're gonna do the roof thing again. There you are. So this is another chaser. I'm guessing it's unkillable. Alright, there's another roof over here. So it's going down the river. We want to get into this next house. Which is that, right? Yeah. Is there a door? I can go underground there. Roasted scrap. Okay. I guess it heard me somehow. Look, Mr. Muppet Monster, you're very impressive, and I appreciate you. But I really need to find out where the last few items in this house are. Just clip through the... Oh, what the fuck? It literally just jumped through the wall and got me. What the hell, video game? It's clipping through the wall and it can attack me through it. What is this bullshit? This is very, very poorly programmed. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. Good video game. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Alright, let's try and figure out what we're supposed to do while he gets stuck on the door. I won't get too close to the door because he'll attack me through it. Let's see, any sparklies on the ceiling? No. Is he just gonna stay there? I guess so. There doesn't seem to be another good way out of the house. Oh, he's changed animation. Oh, back to normal. Huh. Good game. I feel like they should have listened to their QA testers more. That's what I was supposed to do, I think. Alright, where's our next destination? I guess the chicken. I can't get to the chicken. We'll be able to come back through here when the chaser's gone. I guess I'm supposed to go into this house and go up the stairs? It has a roof section. And then I can cross this bridge, try to get up there. Oh wow, I haven't seen you in a while. Nice catching up. I was just saying that I was missing the werewolves. I'm glad they came back. I like the part where we read the journal written by the guy who was simultaneously bleeding and freezing to death while running to another building, right? Now that's classic Resident Evil logic. Alright, so if we pop across the river, we might be able to reach that other iron insignia door. Doesn't look like it. Oh, we have to actually use the river to get to it. Can we go through here with any... No, there's no other doors out, are there? There's the water wheel. Okay, he's nearby. I need to scare him off again. There he is. Maybe I can shoot him in the butt. Oh, I like the way that tarp's flapping. Sucks to be you. Are you gonna leave now? Please? Okay. He didn't do the correct animation the first time, so it fucked up the whole event. What the hell, man? Serpentine, serpentine. What? Are you shitting me? I killed it? It wasn't an unkillable monster after all. And I killed it with a knife. Oh man, that sucks for him, huh? Found my grenade launcher. And a lockpick. So... that tyrant was kind of cool. Until I found out accidentally that I was able to kill it. Perhaps he was dictating. So... I love that, because that implies there was someone else with him as he screamed this, writing it down for. Oh, that's wonderful. I can't use that here. I don't know what I can use here, though. I don't have anything that looks like it fits this. It looks like it needs a cog. We don't have anything cog-like. Nothing terribly cog-adjacent. That's probably where the last treasure is in that house, too. Cog adjacent items. That's what we're on the lookout for. But yeah, I enjoyed that bit. I'm really surprised that they made it killable. And not only that, they made it so killable that I was able to do it by accident with a knife. Looks breakable. Gross. Yep, I broke it. Is this also breakable? Because that's the implication I have now, is that all of these will be breakable. This one doesn't seem to be, though. I feel lied to. Must be a silver knife. It's locked from the other side. Well, then why the fuck did I come this way? See, this one's breakable. Has to be. There's a ladder behind it. Or half of a ladder. Please tell me Ethan can climb this ladder. Okay, good. I honestly thought for a second that it wasn't gonna let him climb it because it was like a foot off the ground. The other pig gives no fucks. This is not realistic. I want realism from my zombie killing game. About a man with an immortal hand. Alright, here's another cog door. Da-da-da-na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na. Thank you, Bad Road. Photo of a rare animal. Okay. A photo of a beast white as snow. Where was this taken? This one I don't immediately recognize like I did the other one. There are actually a lot of places that look like this around the town. That break in the wall there is going to be the defining detail. The other pig would be running away or trying to kill Ethan or trying to eat the first pig. Yep, one of those, depending on the pig. Hey, a save point. Reservoir elevator. Well, let's look around a bit first. We're gonna get a cog at some point, and then we'll have 2 doors we can open. And we don't have the ball for this yet either. I actually kind of enjoy these now that I know there was more than one. I initially thought it was a one-off. But no, there's just like super elaborate labyrinth puzzles, which are honestly pretty cool. I kind of want to just have a big house with a bunch of those all over it. So we'll be getting off this side or this side, not sure which yet. I can keep spinning. Well, that answers that question. Oh, it actually just says labyrinth puzzle too. Cute. And that requires a 6-winged key. So that's probably where we're going to come back through at the end of this section. It's locked from the other side. And it requires a 6-winged unborn key. A key that has never been born. I think that's most keys. I don't think birth really applies to keys. Someone's borking in his sleep. Oh, gotta slide through in between objects sideways. Like, it's not even for loading necessarily in this. They just do it because it was in RE7. Arms flask. You really didn't think there'd be a trap there?
If it's for you, I'd do anything.
I'll just be taking this.
Really, Ethan?
What are you doing with Mother's special child?
She's not hers.
Oh, you have something to say?
What do you mean, mother's special child?
Mother wants her baby back.
Baby back, baby back.
Wait, please. If you take it, then the others will laugh at me. But if I do better than them...
What do I care?
Wait, just a little longer, please.
What's so funny?
You're stupid. You talk too much.
It's true, Ethan does talk too much.
I plugged the way in.
What do you...
My territory. And I won't let you leave.
Shit.
Well, so far, Moreau is my favorite. Stuff doesn't look like it's growing, it's just kind of clipping out of the walls.
How do I get out of here? Damn, this way's no good.
Yeah, I noticed. We got out this way, though. I guess we're in Moreau's territory. Well, here's the Black Lagoon. When I was a mushroom. I thought that was a person. My father took me into the village to see a big fish man. He said, Ethan, you're fungus. Leave the boat key in the shack in the mine. Hans is dead, so no more fishing for a while. I mean, we all know his death was no accident. He was eaten by a giant fish, boat and all. Hey, I can't even step into the water. Oh, shit. Why is that a heal button? Jesus Christ. Mouse 5 is heal. Alright, we don't have the boat key. You need the boat key. Yeah, I figured that out. Thank you. Did I set mouse 5 to heal? Surely not. It does sound like something I do, though. There's a treasure chest there. Aww. Shooting it didn't give me the treasure. The shack in the mines, the note said. So there's a shack somewhere in here. And he's gonna buy Papa John's. Some force could break it. Sure could. Is this the depths? this. Am I going to Blight Town? I found another zombie. Structural mine supports just get blasted apart by a Gerber pocket knife. Yep. Makes perfect sense to me. Bye. Shit. Get out of here. The game wants me to play less cautiously than I have been, and simultaneously more cautiously than I have been. Found the boat key. I think. Oh, there it is. Somewhere. Did I get it? No, it just keeps not showing. Where is it? Oh, it's on the wall. That was weirdly hard to see. Why does shooting him in the torso over and over again cause his mask to explode? Perfect crystal skull. When did you get here? Missed the headshot on that last one. Alright, I think that's most of them. I found a herb. Flower. Yeah, you know, just in case I needed help with those guys. Is that everything? No, there's still more out here somewhere. There was more herb. I can't walk up this. That's pretty lame. Well, no Blight Town. I guess the whole village is Blight Town in its way. Okay. Now we just need to get back to the boat. I hear another werewolf. Oh, there he is. I knew he'd show himself eventually. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. Can I get some peroxide? Ooh, good dodge. Very proud of you. Hey, Andy. This game is very, very silly. Both when it's trying to be and when it's not trying to be. Oh my god, these are the worst controls. Okay, how do I get past? I can't go past this bit of cloth. So that's disappointing. I can't stand up in the boat. Can't go around this way. This is awful. Maybe I can break that with a bomb? Nope. Oh well. Sounded like some glass broke. It's weird because there is definitely not glass here. Can't go that way. See, it should have been a jet ski. Oh, hi.
What was that?
He's much more agile in the water, huh? Okay, what's over here? It's like there's obviously a cave there we can go into. Maybe the Duke's in here. He does like his tunnels. Oh, there's no items. Of that we can be sure. There's no things to find. This... Wow, this is like Resident Evil 4 throwback. Which this game does a lot, so that makes sense. This reminds me so much of the merchant's cabin on Del Lago.
What the hell? Research post or something? What the fuck are they doing here?
Rude.
Get off of me!
Alright, so now we get to learn about the last one, huh?
I gotta say, I'm surprised you made it this far. It'd be a shame if something happened to you now.
Sure, Chris. Why not?
Oh, that's Chris?
Now do me and finish the job.
Oh, then who's this other guy who jumped me?
I'm getting
Was
some
that Hunk?
motion readings out here. We should move on.
Just faceless foot soldiers, huh?
What's moving?
Unknown, but my guess is we've been here too long, and Miranda knows it.
Hey, did you say Miranda? How are you involved?
Leave it alone, Ethan. You are out of your depth. What about the sample analysis?
It's definitely related to the mold.
Man, Chris is a real piece of shit in this game. His personality just changes depending on the game, so... Not too surprised. Oof, there goes just a bunch of lost frames, huh? Hit pause and refresh, and it should come back.
Shit! Stay back!
I still have a preview going, so...
You're done.
I'm done.
Time for this. Miranda sent you to slow me down? You're pathetic. What are you talking about? The fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, bye. Okay. It's like the first level of Sonic Adventure. That's what I'm saying, Bad Road.
What am I supposed to do?
I thought he was like Aquaman commanding the big fish, but it turns out he am the big fish. That's what I thought, was that he was the big fish. So, I guess I was right. Can't go this way. That's all just blocked.
He said the exit's underwater.
He sure did. Alright, so there's the solution to a puzzle. Obviously. One of those is a different shade. There's red, black, and I'm gonna guess 2 different shades of blue. Because the one on the middle left is lighter. And I can make out the blue better on it.
If I can drain the water. Shit, there's no power.
Well, what did you expect? It's never that easy. Is there a typewriter in here? Because I think it's about time to call the stream. Because we're losing lots of frames. Middle left looks kind of green, yeah. I can see it better than the other 2. This crank is old and busted up. It feels like it's going to snap any second. I hope it does not break. The only other one we have is over at Windmill 2. Oh, I also would have loved if there was a typewriter in the outhouse. Whoops. Can't continue this way. The gate is closed. Your crank, old and busted. My crank, at Windmill 2. Just a moment. I am going to look at how bad the internet looks right now. And it is real bad. Started at 7:02 and has been nasty for about 10 minutes. It was very, very clear for about 6 hours. It was nice while it lasted. Just gotta find that typewriter. Oh, there's that old and busted crank. It was Chekhov's old and busted crank. So, I think the internet's better now. That's fun. Hopefully it stays that way for a little while longer. Gotta love those 10-minute fix-it breaks. Been watching a bunch of Transformers cartoons recently. The current one I'm on is Transformers Robots in Disguise. It's... First thing I want to say is that it's got some racism to it. There's only a couple characters who are coded black, and all of them are portrayed as... all but one of them are portrayed as, like, childlike. Secondly, I'm gonna go beyond just saying that. I found a fish. Lots of dead fish. It's Transformers as a Monster of the Week show, which is a weird choice. So the internet didn't get better, at least not for very long. That's fine. We're just gonna find that typewriter.
I'm not looking for fish food.
Okay. What did that do? I don't know what's yellow and what isn't. No, nothing here. What did it want me to do? Huh. I guess that wanted me to do that way ahead of time.
Not looking to fish food.
Okay. I feel like this shouldn't be in first person. Oh, don't fuck with me. I know I'm shooting the right spot. There we go.
Not looking to fish food.
I'm not looking to be fish food. There we go. I guess we're pushing that into the water. Damn, what were you expecting that to do?
Stinks.
Oh, like you've ever been shy about sticking your hand in places. None of that fixed that. Magnum ammo. We don't have a Magnum now. No, I was saying they were doing pretty good on the checkpoints and the typewriters. But they really need more typewriters right here. Shit, where's the yellow one? I have to do that where... Can't see shit. Is the problem. Alright, blue. There must have been a yellow one over here somewhere. Orange. This one, maybe? Alright, let's go. Blue, orange, yellow. There we go. And up. here, where I'm safe, probably. Push this into the water. Where am I now? Push this into the water, I guess. Okay. We did it. One of the weirder problems I'm encountering is that these dark ladders I can see better than the ones that are marked with bright yellow stripes. Which doesn't seem like it should be the case because the contrast is there. I need to get out of here. No, can't jump over that. Okay. There. They sure make it look like I'm in more danger than I am, huh? Hey, we found the other crank. That was a lot of work just to find a second crank. You can't climb up it like this. You think... Dang, every time I think that the internet's gone back to being fixed, we get knocked offline entirely. Alright. Still going. No? Okay. Oh, okay, right. I forgot I have the thing that lets me, zip line. Now, mind you, they're very good at making it look like I'm in more danger than I am.
Okay.
Okay. I legitimately... Oh, right, I was opening the sluice gate. I had legitimately forgotten why I was doing that. That would have killed a human. No, this is wrong. We have to get back to the control panel, and I don't remember where the control panel was, but this is where we went after breaking the crank on the windmill. It's fine, you can't kill Ethan in a way that matters. It's true. Here we are. I got all ye poultry.
Aha! Aha!
Oh, good.
Naturally.
Hi, the Duke. Let's sell some stuff real quick.
Now to spend like kings! Ha 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 ha!
Still no new upgrades.
I'm skilled at all sorts of weapons modifications, and will do them for a small fee.
Still don't have enough fish.
Don't let up yet.
Not enough poultry for this one.
Thank you. Ah, thank you.
Alright, that's all my ingredients.
You have an eye for quality. Thank you.
Alright. Finally. Frickin' finally. So thanks everyone for joining. Sorry about that last half hour of frame drops. We will hopefully not have that problem during the early streaming time. Let's hit the schedule real quick. I like that the frame drop stopped now. Let's see. Tomorrow, Katie will be playing Minute of Violence. Is it that the frame drop seriously stopped now? I'm already committed to stopping. Tomorrow, Katie will be playing Minute of Violence. Saturday is our wild card. No, Saturday is on the Xenon Fiber channel. Someone will be playing Kingdom Hearts. Oh no, there's more packet loss. Didn't drop frames though. Sunday's our wild card stream. Monday, Andy will be playing Strange Horticulture on their channel. And Christy will be playing Metroid Dread. It might be a good idea to reverse Sunday and Monday since we are still having to do earlier streams. We'll talk about that and figure it out. Tuesday, Annie will be playing Skyward Sword. Wednesday, Bad Road on his channel will be playing Legacy of Kain Defiance, and then Sue will be playing Monster Hunter Rise. Single player and then multiplayer with Christy. And then back to me on Thursday for more Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil Village. And what was I typing? Right, we have a YouTube channel. There's hundreds of videos there, so you should definitely check that out. If you're looking for something to keep you occupied and entertained. The fuck? I'm in a pause menu. Did I imagine that scream just now? That was weird. And here is our fundraiser for cancer care. Please give as you are able. All right, I think that's all for tonight. And hopefully we'll have a relatively similar experience tomorrow. And the frame drops won't start whatsoever until late. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you later.